Hello and welcome back. It is On to Purpose Over Paycheck podcast with your host, Troy. Hello, friends. Good morning. I'm just recording on the day. Good hello to you. I don't even know what I was going to say. That's right. So welcome. We're back here. Wow. We have been discussing quite a bit. A lot of topics, a lot of redefining who we are, a lot of discovery in the sense of how this all rolls out when you decide to leave your security and safety to move forward into something you're passionate about and all the emotions that you go through. Let me tell you, it's not an easy process, friend. Speaking from truth here, it is an absolute, I wouldn't say whimsical. It's an absolute crazy journey. And let me tell you, I have good days and I have the most frustrating days. I get stuck in my head and then I see how God, Source, Creator, Universe works for me. And there's that calm of peace and joy. And then it's like tension, anxiety. It all comes in there, right? And so that's going to tie into this episode today, because today we're going to talk about you are the signal now, right? We're talking about shifting into the real work, the real shift into the work that we're doing. Because up until now, we've been learning how to regulate. We've discussed in the last several episodes about how do you regulate your nervous system, right? Because we're rebuilding this new identity, we're redesigning our life. And what does that all entail? Because now something changes within us. And so when you start to finally regulate, you're no longer trying to become aligned. It means now that you have to learn how to live as a signal, as this energy that brings in. So most people think becoming the signal is this. They think it's becoming more confident, more consistent, calm all the time, having this high energy. But what it really is, when you become the signal, what it really means is your nervous system becomes the reference point in your life. Not your goals, not your pressure, not your expectations. Your nervous system is now the reference point of your life. And then your internal state being becomes the leader. So why do people stay stuck in the seeking mode? When people make this shift, when you tend to make this shift, a lot of people never leave seeking. Because what they're doing is they're trying to seek in clarity, seeking this alignment, seeking this healing and this readiness. But seeking is always a future-based outcome. You're chasing something. But when you become the signal, what it does is it puts you into this present-based. The now, the here, this moment. You're not going to tell yourself, I will feel grounded when. Because many people will do that. That's the future-based. I will feel grounded, I will feel ready, I will feel successful when. You got to shift that to, I am practicing the groundness now. I am grounded. I'm here. I'm grounded in the moment. This is what it is. It's here. So what happens is when you do that, your body becomes this signal which now starts to broadcast. Just like a radio station. When you become the signal, you have a certain frequency that you're tuned into. And what that frequency does is it starts to align everything and all that you're trying to track. And when you become this broadcast signal, your nervous system starts to communicate consistently that you are feeling safe, how rushed you live, how much you trust yourself, and how much you override your limits. Your life doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you consistently embody. Remember, I shared this phrase, it's not what you manifest who you are. Right? You manifest who you are. So you might be thinking, I know so much now, but I still feel like I'm trying to get there. Living it right now, friends. I've known this process. I've been doing the work. And there's moments that, like, instead of embracing that I'm already there, I'm pushing them, saying I'm still trying to get there. So, you need to understand, you don't need to upgrade your knowledge. What you need to do now is start stabilizing this signal that you are creating. In order to hear a radio station and the music or talk show that you want to hear, you have to tune to the right frequency. And then everything is clear. That's how it is. So, becoming the signal in real life looks like this. It's pausing before reacting to any situation. It starts to end the urgency loops. When you start making decisions, you do it from regulation. When you're choosing rest, you do it with justification and letting enough be enough. This is not passive, friend. This is the leadership. This is the leadership. So when you have this identity shift, you need to stop asking or thinking, how do I attract what I want? You look at, how do I live in the state right now, the state of being right now that supports what I want? Because it's about who you are that manifests the things you want. When you become the signal, you start to attract the things that you are regulated and stabilized with in your nervous system. So what's happening is you're not trying to send the right signal. You have to become the signal. You have to become the signal. That's what you need to do. That's where it all lies. Too many times, friend, we are chasing. We are chasing way too much for what we want. And we are not stopping and pausing and asking ourselves, where is my nervous system? What is the frequency that I am sending out that is attracting this? I've already become the signal. So what am I bringing in? Because you're going to attract who you are. What kind of signal am I? Have I really discovered that? That's what you have to ask yourself. And once you know that, then everything that you want to attract, everything in this shift from the paycheck to the purpose, you're going to send the signal of who you are because you are the signal. All right. I have a one-day event coming up, February 22nd. It's a Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's going to be an amazing one-day event. It is open up to 30 people. Okay, it's a one-day event. It's open to 30 people. And that event is going to expand on what we're talking about here with the signal business. And what that is going to entail is we're going to really dive into this whole idea of understanding our signal and how do we project it to getting what we want, because that's what we're working for, right? That's what we want. So if you want to be part of that masterclass, that one-day event, February 22nd, you need to go to my link tree and register now before the spots are out, before the spots get taken. The title of that workshop is going to be called, or masterclass is Get What You Want Without Forcing It. Get what you want without forcing it. So, it is open now. Registration is open. It is $55. $55. And it's a one-day event. February 22nd. That's a Sunday. And it'll start at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want to continue learning how to work on this and now taking everything that we talked about our nervous system and now become the signal that's going to start attracting the things that we want in whatever we choose, wherever we are in our journey in life, I highly, highly encourage you to sign up for that one-day workshop or masterclass. It's in my link tree. All right? And the title again is Get What You Want Without Forcing It. All right, friends, if you haven't already, please make sure you are liking this podcast. Make sure you are sharing it out. Please leave a rating. It helps us with our algorithm to get us out there so that more people are attracted to this podcast and they want to learn more. And as I always say, I am very appreciative. I love you. I honor you. And I am truly, truly grateful for you for tuning in. Before I leave, I want you to know you are no longer becoming aligned. You are learning how to live aligned. All right, friend, as I always say, talk to you soon.